So you found the pale oil, and now you need to do a delicate flower quest on steroids to get it. I'm here to give you a quick guide to completing the Courier's Rasher part of the Great Tastes of Farloom quest, namely, taking a bundle of meat all the way from Bellheart to the Gourmet Bug. If you want to skip to seeing the actual run, I'll put a link on screen here. First, a short overview followed by a play-by-play explanation of the run and what worked for me. So, to get the Rasher in the first place, you need to have rescued Tip's brother Pill. Then, talk to the siblings in Bellheart to get the Rasher. You have a set amount of time, as shown by the Rasher icon on the top left, to reach your destination, and you lose 1 bar of that time for each point of mask damage that you take, which can make it quite difficult. The main equipment unlocks that I would recommend getting before attempting this are the Clawline Harpoon, because it'll make some of the jumps a lot easier, the Silk Speed Anklets, because that lets you run faster in general, and at least 1 Silk Heart to fuel the harpoon and the anklets. Without that, it'll be a little harder to use them consistently. Now, I'd also recommend a ranged tool for dealing with some of the more troublesome flying enemies, but you could also use the Flea Soup for another speed boost. I personally use the Pimpillo Bomb. Now, I think the run should be doable without any of these upgrades, but the time will be a lot tighter and it will be less forgiving. With these upgrades and the route that I use, you have enough time to make some mistakes, take up to 2 mask damage, and still make it in time, as you'll see shortly. Now, for the route. From the start at Bellheart, you'll head to the left until the abandoned carts. From there, you'll go up and through blasted steps to the Grand Gate, then up through Coral Chambers and the Citadel Spa. Then, voila! You're there. There are a few parts and enemies that can be tricky, so I'll highlight those as we go. Now, let's see the full run. Now, the run starts off fairly uneventful. You'll just grab the Rasher and start running. And the pond section up here, you'll want to generally try to go in between the water bugs and the flying bugs. And sometimes the best way to do that is using the harpoon. It's a good way to propel yourself forward, but it's not necessary, as you can see. Now, there is a part coming up here where one of the spawns has the fisherman sitting on a platform, and sometimes a water bug can spawn under him. If that spawn, usually you'll have to hit the fisherman and then go over him, but as you can see right there, if the spawns allow it, I just prefer going under that platform. Now, this room, the pilgrims here could be annoying to me, so I just use the bomb on that one, and you can mostly ignore the horned guy. You can see I fell here, but that's not an issue. As long as you're not taking mask damage, the time losses are pretty negligible with the equipment I'm using. Now, you're going to just head on into blasted steps here, just run through this section with the rocks. At this next hallway, you'll want to watch out for the spikes at the end, but just jump before you reach that point, and keep going up. The next room with the worms and the similar rooms after it are where most of my failures happen, because if you fall, that's an immediate 2 mask damage. Also, there are a few enemies in this section that can be annoying, but for this room particularly, this shortcut makes it real easy. Just keep going up and run through. Now, the next room here, what I like to do is run straight through it, trigger the phase transition into the next room, and then go back to de-aggro that one spawn that we ran past. But other than that, you just keep climbing at this point. There is one pilgrim that you sometimes might land on, and you gotta watch out for him, and so you'll see up here where I use the harpoon to end up over him and pogo off of him. That guy gave me some trouble, but you just gotta keep ascending after this, and then it's on into the next room. Now, in the next room here, you're going to want to watch out for this first enemy. He can be very annoying because he spawns right in the middle there. I'd either hit him out of the way or kill him before you try to pass, because he'll often hit you either with his body or the ricochet shot. Beyond that, it's mostly just keep climbing. Take your time with the jumps where needed, but just jump over the spawns, use the harpoon to get a little extra leeway, and then once you get to this part, you're pretty much home free to just keep going. And once you get up to the Grand Gate, it's pretty straightforward for the next section there. Now, one other thing I want to note as you're going through these sections is that you can freely pause the game without influencing the timer. You can take a moment to look at the map, get your bearings, and find the way you want to go, especially if you're looking at a planned out route you drew earlier. Now, this room, it's pretty easy to just keep on ascending it normally, as you would, as long as you've opened the shortcut at the top into Coral Chambers. You should be good. It's just a matter of finding your way through the little weight puzzle. Another general tip I'd recommend is benching at Bellheart, and then if you mess up, you can restart by just going to main menu and then continuing from there, and it'll take you back to the bench. As you head into this room, you're going to watch out for the buzzsaw that's right in front of you, and a few more buzzsaws right up ahead, but pretty simple to just jump around. Now, from here, you're going to go up through this room, and there are a few pilgrims for you to dodge. I think I actually get hit here. Yeah, so as you'll see, you can take up to 2 mask damage, and I did end up getting 2 stray hits from pilgrims in this section. And there's the second one. But yeah, once you get up through this room, you're mostly home free, because once we get up here, we're going to take a left and take a little trip through the spa. Now, of course, the spa is pretty harmless. One interesting thing that you do have to watch out for, maybe especially if you're using the Silk Speed bracelets or anklets, is that you can actually run into a wall, and I think there's it can do a little bit of impact damage to the Rasher if you hit it at high enough speed, because I had it do that once to me. It was a little weird and unexpected. But the spa is pretty safe, just keep going through, and don't have to worry there. But see, there's an example of what I think may have been a tiny bit of impact damage to the Rasher. Maybe it was just visual. Now from here, you don't actually have to go to the right here. You're going to only jump up onto this platform to head up here to the left, and then to the right again, into the gourmet room. And from here, you're home free. Don't run into those little gates too hard. That was something that ended a previous run of mine. But go deliver your package, and there you go. Hope this helped, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want more content like this, or leave a comment letting me know what path you chose and how it worked. Thanks. Have a good one.